Right, so what we're going to do now is just work on the vocals for the track. So what we do, we need to stretch it because, as you know, the original tempo for the song was 120, and we're bringing it up to 135. So we need to chop the vocals up, stretch it, which we use Melodyne for.
Have you used Melodyne for a while then? It's quite a new, cool product, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely. We've been using it for, I don't know, about a year now, I'd say. So it is quite new.
And what kind of turned you onto it? Just like hear about it and just get it and experiment?
Yeah, basically, yeah, and it's a nice clean sound. You know, I really like the sound in this.
Do you use it for tuning as well, or just for
no,
stretching?
Just usually stretching. Just stretching.
So how would you have done it before?
In put it in recycle, where originally it would go back into the sampler. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, back into the sampler. But then as time went on, obviously recycle came about, and then you just record it in recycle, chop it up that way. You know, that's like the wrong way. Now this is quicker way. But it's all same sort of principles. We've always thought that, well, we've learned, I should say, on how many artists, especially singers, have got lazy because of technology. They won't go home and learn a song heart by heart, word by word, breath by breath. Those sort of days are really gone downhill, because when we give a singer a song to go and learn, 9 times out of 10 they're out there with a fucking bit of paper and here's a her hand singing. We're like, but first of all, I paid you. Secondly, what? And you're gonna do your bit. You see me do my bit together, kind of thing. And then they sort of don't do their homework. With as I said, the technology has made a lot of singers become lazy. You know, because they think, they're only going to chop it up, they can do that, I can do that line and that bit. Oh, how's it go again? You know, what do you mind go again? Do you get me? Like, well, I can't say
you
that.
had a week to learn it.
And I paid you. Do you know what I mean? So it really gets on my tits. But that's why, and isn't it?
Yeah.
It has made them a lot lazy.
Yeah.
Really has. But anyway, never mind.
For every plus there's a minus.
So you just export it from Melodyne as audio,
Yeah.
just a fresh piece of audio.
Yeah. And just put it in. Very simple. And then you just drag it onto the track, in the channel you want. And just get it in the right place. Check to see if it comes in the right place. And if they move it.
I'm only growing flower.
So we're just moving it in the right position.
I'm only growing flower. I'm only growing flower. I'm only growing. I'm only growing flowers.
Just using a bit of delay just to help you fine tune where you want to put it.
I'm only growing flowers.
That's just nudging the audio along.
That's right, yeah.
I'm only growing flowers. Only. I'm only growing flowers. Only growing. I'm only growing flowers. Only growing flowers. Only growing flowers. Yes, I'm only growing flowers. I started as a young boy, burning down the weeds, and then just spirit showed me.
So when we think we've got it in the right place, and then what we usually do is just put it on a solo, a cappella obviously, and then just get the right sound now, because that plays a big part with the vocals.
I'm only growing flowers. I'm only growing flowers. Only growing flowers. I'm only growing flowers. I started as a young man, burning cotton wood, and then your spirit showed me. I said the power of the sea. I'm only growing flowers, sexy golden green. I said I'm only growing
Any
flowers.
particular thing you're after here?
Sex-
Or just
No, you just-
experimenting?
Yeah, you just play with it till you hear something that catches your eye.
But
Really.
we want like a warm sound anyway, probably to start off with.
Sexy golden green.
Yeah, like that sort of thing.
But in my secret garden, the sun shines pearly white. Love and love, I read my right here beneath this burning light.
Yeah,
For I'm only growing flowers of sexy golden green. Ah yes, I'm only growing flowers right instead of sexy golden green. Shiva Shanti, Hindu Kush,
Swaggy Gate.
purple legs, yeah. A real mighty bush, Sensi Star, and a skunky G. With TNC, you'll bring ya a TNC. Well, I said I'm only growing flowers of sexy golden green. I guess I'm only growing flowers of sexy golden green.
See it there? That's how we sort of get our vocals going.
Okay.
Bit of melodyne to stretch it, gate, effects. It's all using the PSP Nitro, using a nice gentle like chorus on there.
So you think you'll probably be leaving this as a straight vocal like that, or will there be cuts and stutters?
No. Because as I said, we try and make every song we work with have a song and be a song, and then it's gonna strip that back, the vocal back. But you can't really strip the vocal back until you've got the music right.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because they both got to work together.
So your next stage now would be to continue more musically arrangement and then picking bits out.
Yeah, and see where the vocal's gonna come out and what's gonna replace it.
Okay.
Do you know what's gonna be there?
And do you think you'll be putting raps on this or that kind of thing?
No, I can't see calling for a rap on this because we usually know from the first 4 bars if it's gonna need our. Because many remixes we've done, which is a bit cheeky, but they like it. PJ's on their track, but they like that. You know, for some reason. Maybe because they're like, oh, because it's you. Kind of thing. You can't really say no to you lot being on the track. But that's what they say, so it's alright.
So have you had any, you're the PSP there, have you had vocal tools change over the years? You said with Melodyne and stuff. How's things changed vocally over the years? How you've done with vocals?
Yeah, as I said, you know what we used to do sometimes. Well, originally we used to get them to sing in the sampler. Yeah, this is even before recycle.
So just straight in.
Straight in, whether it's our vocalist or a singer or any of the artists, they'll sing straight into the sampler. Whether it be a verse or if it's a verse, obviously it will be like 8 bars, do your bits, come back, chop it up, take it out. Next 8 bars, do your bit, chop it up, and chorus. Because obviously it doesn't hold much memory back then.
Do you ever feel like jumping back to those ideas to get a sort of a fresh vibe on things? Do you ever jump back to old school techniques?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
You know, we don't really use this so much nowadays, the S5000, but we do dig it out, blow the dust off just for the hell of it now and again.
To use the old samples in there.
Yeah.
And like the zip thing down there, what's that called? The
Zip drive.
Zip drive, yeah.
We've got stuff there, what was done originally with the Akai, with the Atari, sorry. So some of those samples date back to that sort of time, which is 15 years ago. We've got.
Do you ever get people asking for old tunes and you're having to dig stuff out? How does that work with like old tracks?
We can't really call a lot of them back because they were written in the studio and they're all on tape.
Yeah.
Right? All the tapes are there, the 2 inches and the 1/4 inch tapes are back there. So, you know, that's like, you're going to need a tape machine to do that. But luckily, you know, we've got everything backed up and things like that. But a lot of the classic tunes that we've done, we can't call them up because they're recorded on there.
Does that bother you, or
Not really.
Not really.
the guys don't seem to look back? It's quite good.
No, never really.
We look
back,
forward,
no.
definitely.
Yeah.
We used to get offended if you asked us to do an old school rave. Well, no, I did. I just got offended. Because it was like, you're trying to say I'm finished then. Do you get me? I'm hanging up my boots now. So, but I've always felt I've got more to offer. When I think I haven't got more to offer, then I can probably go down.
Well, it's also a compliment because obviously people see you as one of the biggest things of that scene. So.
Of course it's a compliment, but I still think it's a diss in my eyes. Not my
It's not,
personal
having it.
I do, because when before we were Shut Up and Dance, when lots of singers used to come to England, all kinds of categories, and they would do revival dances, you know, 80s people would come back and do, or 70s people back then doing, in the 80s doing their shows, and I'd be like, yeah, but you're sort of retired then, you know, you sort of, it's like going to Vegas, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that kind of vibe. And I've always thought I'll only go down that road when I'm finished. Do you know what I mean? I'm not finished. When I think I've got nothing to offer and that's it, pipe and slip this time, then yeah, do the old school thing, and that's how I've always had that feeling. So I had this vibe about it before we were Shut Up and Dance, so it's nothing to do with that. Do you know what I mean? Before that.
So studio-wise, just quickly, I mean, are you looking interested in getting more gear? Happy with where you're working? No problems?
No, fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We're just we always just keep on top of, you know, any new sound banks and stuff that come out.
Yeah.
Because making dance music, you have to be 100% up to date with the latest sounds. Otherwise, your music just sounds old.
Do you think you're going to have problems though running like old Logic and that? You know, like you're saying, keeping up to date. Do you think you're going to have to go Mac if you want to use Logic now?
Not really, because a lot of stuff as well, what we haven't really said is that we sample a lot of things from records, a lot of sounds.
Okay.
Which you ain't going to get, because when you get all these library things, a lot of them, everyone else has got these library things. So to differentiate yourself from someone else, you've got to do something different. So we've got such a wicked record collection, use it for the sounds. You know,
so you still got that kind of rap mentality,
yeah,
mentality as well, sampling and just,
yeah. I'll use breaks that nobody's got. Do you know what I mean?
and then twist them like we should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.